Okay, in this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to add a score to our game. Okay, it's really easy to add a score to our code. The first thing we need to do is, and I'm going to do this on the maze sprite, so just make sure you've clicked, before we move on, make sure you've clicked the maze sprites are on this area here. Make sure you're on the code tab. I'm going to go down to variables. And the first thing we want to do is we want to make a variable. We're going to call it score. Okay, just leave it for all sprites and click OK. I'm then going to drag my score down to here. I'm just going to move it there on my stage. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to set it so when we first start the game that we set our score to 0. So I'm going to get this block here, drag it out and change it to my variable. It needs to be score. So set score to 0. The next thing we need to do is when we finish level 1, we want to add a point to our score. Okay, so we go down to here, so at the end, so we now need to change score by 1 and just make sure we change it to score on the drop down. Now let's just check it to see if it's working. So we press start, it should set it to 0, and then we'll just cheat and move our block over to here. And our score's now gone up by 1. Okay, we're then just going to add the same code to our other 2 blocks as well. So change my score, change score by 1, and then do the same again. Change score, and make sure you put it above the wait 4 seconds because we want to, when we finish, display the final score. Okay, and let's just try it now. So we're back at the start again, so the score set to 0. So we finish level 1, we get our score. We'll then do the same for level 2 and hopefully it's gone up again. And then we'll now do the same for level 3. And our score goes up again, and then it displays our score for 4 seconds before going back to the start. Now, currently, it's not reset our score to 0, which is a little bit worrying. But it works when we press the green flag. Okay, I challenge you now to add a score into your game. I also challenge you to see if you can work out why it doesn't set the score to 0 when we do it round in a loop. Good luck with adding a score to your game. Now, you've now got all the skills you need to be able to go on and further develop your game. Have fun.